Okay, so let me give this a go. 45 nonillion 432 octillion 738 heptillion 482 hexillion 214 pentillion 820 quadrillion percent APY. Tune in. What's up, guys? It's your boy Faraz, and as I mentioned in my last video, the goal here is to take the passive income journey from a starting salary number to 6 figures all the way up to the main goal of hitting $1 million a year. So if you're interested in that journey, like and subscribe to my channel, and thank you for your support so far. I'll strive to keep providing you as much value as possible, keep bringing you projects that I'm interested in and I'm investing into. And obviously, if there's something you guys come across, put it in the comments below and I'll be more than happy to cover it. Always do your own research, due diligence. I'm here to trigger thoughts and ideas. This is not financial advice. So let's start as usual. I want to always cover the current market. As you can see, Bitcoin's been trading kind of flat for the last few weeks. If I refresh the page, let's see where we're at the moment. Obviously, we're giving it another go to get to that 50k mark, but there's been a bit of weakness again from the buyers. So we're going to keep channeling across that 46 to 50k level that we've been in for a few weeks. So let's see how that goes. The market's typically seen a bit of a Santa rally as we close in towards the end of the year. So let's see if that plays out again at the end of 2021. Obviously, again here, Ethereum, Binance, right at the top 3. Solana is continuously making a move up the ranks there, but obviously there's been quite a chop and change between the top 10. Avalanche, again, making a bit of a stride towards making it to the top 10. And interestingly, the project we're discussing here today is on the Avalanche network, and without further ado, it's called PapaDAO. So if we move over to the PapaDAO page, we can see that PapaDAO was trading at $2.84 yesterday. I actually recorded the video yesterday, and they made some website updates. They had an AMA yesterday evening or this morning, depending on where you are in the world, and it has made a positive impact. They've gone up 82%, as you can see, up to $4.79. Great to see. But as always, I like to start with CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap. It's a great place to start to see the contract information. I'd like to copy that for future use when we go over to the trade page, PapaDAO's website, and their community pages, the Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. I'd always urge you to sign up to their Telegram and Discord. They don't charge anything to join it, like most pages. The Twitter page as well. It helps you get in front of the line in terms of any information that you need to be aware of. So the Discord page is what I am part of. Again, they typically release things slightly before you see it on Twitter, just because community first on there, and then the information spreads onto the Twitter soon after. As we have a look here, the markets it's on, it's available on Trader Joe, which is the main DEX decentralized exchange for the Avax network. And we'll go over to that page shortly. If we have a little look at the price chart as well, I'll pull that up for you guys. Interestingly, the PapaDAO had a really strong start where we saw the price of Papa increase. If I change that to 30 days, the price of Papa had gone up all the way up to $25 and is now obviously significantly lower than that, but it's seen a strong rise at the beginning, and hopefully we'll see that continuation back up to that point again at some point in the future. If I move over to their page, you'll see why I've actually redone the video. It looks great. What they've done with their website is better than any other DAO page I've seen. They've clearly put a bit of money into this. The devs have spent some time to really make something that is... the interface of this website is amazing. They've got a lot of information here, so if you want to go to the documentation, go straight to that there in the Git book, and we'll take you through a few of these aspects as well. One of the main reasons, I guess, for this dramatic rise in the price is it's Papa Day. And Papa Day is where they boost up the APY for a day or a couple of days. Obviously, naturally, that builds in a bit of extra demand for Papa, just because everyone's chasing yield. Everyone wants to get as much as they can. But why Papa DAO? A lot of people may be asking. It's the reserve currency for the metaverse. So similar to a lot of other DAOs, they're aiming to be the reserve currency. So it's backed, not just pegged to the dollar. It's backed by a number of assets in their treasury. And their angle for Papa DAO is to actually have their treasury targeted towards the gaming and metaverse projects. So not only will they have liquidity pool tokens in their treasury, but going forward, the aim is to actually put their treasury assets towards investing into GameFi projects that are early phase incubation, and who knows what else is to come. But it's very exciting. I think it's important for these DAOs to have a niche, given that there's so many popping up on a weekly basis. So I think it's super important for them to have a bit of direction and specify their niche, go all in on that area. And given where the metaverse kind of space is at the moment, I think that's one area that is going to grow heavily over the next couple of years. So they want to be at the forefront of that space. They had a great AMA yesterday, so I'd urge you guys to tune into their I think it's on YouTube, I believe, but they had it on Discord. Sushi, the main guy behind Papa, has a clear direction of where he wants to take it, and they've got now some great moderators there. The main reason for the decrease actually was there was an issue with some of the moderation, and they actually completely deleted the Discord. This caused a dramatic decrease in the price. A lot of people thought it was a rug if you look into Twitter, I think 3-4 days ago. But at the end of the day, good solid projects will always win, even if there's turbulent time. If they are actually providing value and if they're actually doing good work, money will flow towards it. But yeah, so just to continue, there's a few aspects in terms of how they're going to be making money, the liquidity bill fees, but obviously the bond sales as well. So that will increase the treasury. And then you'll have a basically algorithmic balance between where the strongest return is, whether it's for the bonds or for the staking. We'll go into the staking aspect and the bonding aspect in a little bit of time. I'll tell you exactly how you can bond and stake, but there's basically a few stages. If we go to the roadmap, I can talk you through so far what they've done and what they're looking to do. They've completed pretty much everything on phase one so far, so the staking and bonding, the bonds, even the 4.4 bonds are now live as well. And they've also introduced warm-up epoch, which basically means for 2 rebases, you won't be able to unstake your Papa. So it basically means that you are not able to rebase snipe, which is happening for a lot of projects. Which rebase sniping in essence is when you put your Papa to stake a few minutes before the rebase timer or the deadline, claim the rewards, unstake, move to the next one, keep doing that, keep doing that, keep doing that. It doesn't really help the project because you're staking not for a long period of time, and it's quite a selfish thing to do. We're all here to make money at the end of the day, but I've been an advocate for and really spreading a message that this should happen for most projects, because we don't want people to be jumping from one to another and just trying to get as much reward as possible. We want people to be staked for the long term. So this is one way of doing it. Great way. 2 epochs are going to be tracked and have to hold your Papa in the stake for that period before you can unlock. So That's stage one. Stage two, they'll be actually launching the DAO, and there'll be a bit more of a voting system for whatever they're implementing going forward. They'll also be using the treasury for a number of things, whether that's investments or LPs. They'll be trying to get additional reward for us as stakers. They're also going to be bringing out Papa Bank, which is going to be a lending and borrowing protocol. So in essence, I believe that will be something like you use your Papa as collateral and you'll be able to borrow against that, or perhaps you'll be able to lend your Papa in some way, shape or form for other people, and you'll get additional reward for that. So not quite sure how that's going to work out so far, but we'll find out pretty soon. I think phase two, I believe, is expected to be started in January 22. So not too far away at all. They'll hopefully be getting some centralized exchange listings in phase two as well. There'll be an audit. They believe initially that they didn't need to audit so early because the Olympus DAO has been already audited twice. So given that it's a fork of the Olympus DAO protocol, they initially thought there's no point to do an audit. It didn't provide additional kind of security yet, and they will be doing that at some point in the future. So that's that. And then obviously going forward, I think there's going to just be more and more expansion into how to get involved in the gaming and metaverse projects as early as possible, including some in real life events, and also NFTs. Don't know what that's going to be, but it's exciting. I think given that we're here at this stage having this conversation, I'm very excited. I think there's some great things coming up for Papa. But let's move over to one, how to buy Papa, and then I'll take you through to staking and bonding. So the first thing you need to actually do is, I really urge you to go onto chainlist.org. If you type in Avax here, you can actually connect your wallet up, and this will populate the information straight into your Metamask. You need Metamask to purchase Papa, but you can manually input the information, the RPC details, but it's easier to just do it automatically. So do this and it will populate into your Metamask straight away. Then you want to change your Metamask network and go straight through to Trader Joe. When you go to Trader Joe, a couple of things that you're going to need. So whether you have your funds, let's say, on a centralized exchange like Binance, you'll need to move Avax from your Binance to your Metamask. So you've got your contract address or you've got your wallet address on Metamask, send it straight over. Make sure you use Avax C-Chain, and that will deposit within a couple of minutes. When you have your Avax, what you want to then do is, like we did earlier, you copy and paste. Oh, not that bit there. You want to copy the token address, which is here, straight through to this, and you'll find Papa here. Of course, they have the links on the website as well. If you want to buy Papa, that will take you straight through to the page, and will populate the information straight away. So once you have that, obviously I don't have any money in this wallet. I hold all my Papa in my other wallet, but obviously for YouTube, I don't want to disclose my holdings in too much depth. But in essence, you just simply convert your amount, and there you go. You've got your Papa. So when you have your Papa, you'll come over to this page, and as you can see, we have this crazy rebase amount. 5%, 5.76% every epoch. So over a 5-day period, it's Papa Day. You're going to be getting 131.79% returned in as Papa over 5 days. Obviously, I'm expecting this to last maybe a day or two, so you'd get close to maybe 30% a day. I believe it's something like that, 26% maybe every single day, which is great in terms of the compounded interest or compounded yield that you generate. And at the end of the day, I'm here because I think that Papa are going to be utilizing the funds in the right way. All I'm trying to do is get as much Papa as I can. So at this point in time, the amount that I've invested, I've been involved for about 2 weeks, I believe now. I have DCA'd down, so when the price did shoot down, when there was that Discord issue, I actually went in quite heavily at that point. My holdings have increased by approximately 40% at this point, and I'm up about 25% in terms of dollar amount as well. At this rate, which I know it's not going to hold, I'm currently getting paid about $500 a day in Papa, which is, I think, 190k over the year. I'm not, like I said, I'm not expecting that number to stay at what it is, but obviously for transparency, that is roughly what I'm making at this point. That's the headline numbers. Obviously, just to give you an idea of where we are on that journey to $1 million, let's try and get there. I'm nowhere near right now because that number is probably going to shift down significantly in the next 24 hours as well. But yeah, so what you want to make sure when you stake your Papa, press approve, and then it will give you the option of how much you want to stake. There'll be a little box over here. You press your amount and press stake, and then that should update over here, and we'll tell you exactly how much your next reward amount will be. This figure here, the current index, is 2.58 Papa. What does that mean? Simply, if you had one Papa at the start of the project, it would be worth 2.58 Papa, or it would be accumulated through staking to become 2.58 Papa through the staking amount. So at the end of the day, you're going to get more and more Papa over time. So the way I'm looking at this, as long as the market capital increases from where you are today, that's where you're making money because you're staking at this percentage. So your relative amount that you hold will continue to increase in proportion to the other holders. So even if the dollar amount of Papa, so let's say Papa trading today at $5.01, if the dollar amount decreases slightly, but you're increasing the amount of Papa at a fast rate, you're still winning. So that's a little bit about that. As you can see here, the backing per Papa is still above where we're at today. So we're trading at a discount to what the backing is. In essence, what that means is in their treasury, they hold certain assets. They're going to be updating this dashboard to show those assets. But for example, if I go to the bonding page right now, we'll see what those assets are. So we've got MIM, wrapped Avax, USDT, and a couple of liquidity pools. So the Papa MIM and the Papa wrapped Avax. So those are the things that they hold in their treasury. The amount that the treasury holds in total, as we can see here, is per Papa is equivalent to $6.14. It's a no-brainer for me. When we were trading at 50% of that back Papa, it was a no-brainer. I felt strongly about what the devs are working on, what the future is for Papa DAO, and I felt that it's just a matter of time before we get back above that backing amount. The utilization of those treasury assets should mean that it increases over time as well. So the backing per Papa should increase as long as those assets are basically generating an additional return, which I believe there should be as well. Whether that's LP tokens that actually have fees that are generated and paid back to the treasury, or if the assets, the treasury assets, are invested into whatever it might be. I've seen on Hector, for example, it was put into Curve Finance, generating an additional return there. So it'd be interesting to see what the next steps are for Papa DAO and where they start to allocate those funds. But as you can see, we're still trading at a discount. So I think the only way up, the only way right now is it's going to go up towards that backing price very soon. The other option that you've got is bonding. As you can see, the return on investment here over 5 days is negative. I wouldn't do this right now, but keep an eye on these, because obviously there will be a point in time where these figures are positive. I'll take you through 1-1 first. So 1-1 bonds, you would have any of these assets. So for example, let's take, for simplicity, USDT or MIM. If you got MIM in your wallet, you would simply buy the bond. If I press bond here, you would buy the bond at $15.64. Yes, that's a premium, which doesn't make sense right now. So you buy it at a premium to market price. So if you were to buy, if you use $15.64 MIM or 15.64 MIM, you would receive 1 Papa. So don't do that. But at some point in the future, these numbers will normalize and show you something that is a positive ROI. Obviously, they're incentivizing staking. They're incentivizing people to put their money into the staking side of things rather than the bonding, because right now the treasury is higher than the price of Papa. So it's not necessary for them to increase the amount that they've got in their treasury at this point in time. Obviously, what we have here, you've got bonding, which is 1-1. So it's paid over 5 days. So you have a vesting period of 5 days, and it's basically unlocked to you over those 5 days. At any point in that, after every a few minutes, basically, you can technically claim your unlocked Papa. That Papa can then be put back into the staking side, and you can generate the additional return. And that is technically your manual way of doing 4-4. So if we have a look over here, 4-4 is simply the automated way. So what you would do here, you have your MIM bond here. If you were to do 4-4, again, you're buying at a ridiculous premium right now. But in essence, what this does in 4-4 is pays out in staked Papa. So you don't need to claim and stake it. It's basically paying out in staked Papa. So it's already gaining the rebase rewards as soon as it's basically paying out. So the great thing about this is that you can literally sit on your hands and don't have to do anything. You get your rebase. You're buying the bonds as well at a discount normally, and it's basically automated. So you get your two sides, your discount through the bonding, and you get your rebase reward included. I always have a look at what's going to offer me the best returns. I typically like to put some into bonding, some into staking, so it helps the long-term growth of the project, as well as generating me the best return. At the end of the day, we're here to make ourselves money, but at the same time, for us to make money, we want to see the project last. A couple of other things as well. So the reward is not this. This is not going to last. So take it for as long as you can. Know that these APYs are to attract new investors a lot of the time, and it is Christmas. I think they're just trying to give us a bit of a bonus for Christmas. So take it for as long as you can. Obviously, when you're bonding and staking manually, what you want to try and do is time it so then you get in before the next rebase. So you actually technically rebase sniping, but you can't unlock those because of the new T2 epoch warm-up period. I think that's everything covered. The only other thing I think that we've got is Papa Pro, which is coming soon. I don't quite know what it is, but it's going to be to some extent linked into the LP tokens for the metaverse and gaming bonds. And basically, I believe you're going to be rewarded with the governance token of the games. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Obviously, they've got a few different sides of the investment side, whether it's the LPs for the metaverse and gaming projects, or whether it's Launchpad for the same industries. I think they have a great thing going for them right now. They have had some headwinds, but I feel confident that going forward, they are going to be able to deliver. So stay tuned. I'd urge you guys, obviously, to follow their Discord and their Twitter pages to tune into what they're going to be doing going forward. Please drop your likes and comments below. I'd love to hear more of your thoughts about what I'm doing here, how I can improve the channel, and deliver more value to you guys. I hope that's unpacked a little bit more about what Papa DAO is about, how you can get involved, and obviously subscribe to the channel below. And obviously, I'm going to be bringing you another project very soon. Thanks for listening, guys. Peace.